Welcome back to Engadget's E3 2017 stage. It's a wrap. E3 is about to be officially over. So for the last hour, well no, last half an hour, that's enough. We've already been drinking. We're going to talk about all the highlights of E3 this year, and we have so much to talk about. But first, let me introduce everyone. I'm Matt Smith, Bureau UK Chief.
Okay. I'm not Matt Smith, still. No. Okay. I'm Jessica Condit, Senior Reporter for Engadget.com.
I'm Timothy J. Sepla, Associate Editor for Engadget.com.
I'm Sean Buckley, Associate Editor for Engadget.com.
And I'm Edgar.
And I am Edgar, lowercase e.
I don't like labels, so.
Yeah. It's just a one-name guy. So, I mean, where to start? It was such a great show.
Was it?
Wow, Jess.
Oh,
wow.
Tell us more.
We're gonna talk, right?
It was such a show.
It was such a show.
Such a show.
It was a big show.
We need an adjective here, Jess.
Big.
Yeah. I'll do things off with my highlight at least. So my highlight was Beyond Good and Evil 2, which isn't really quite a playable game, but that doesn't matter, I don't care.
It is kind of cheating.
I just don't care. So this game, it didn't really come out of nowhere. We've been teased that there's going to be something coming. The last game came out in 2003, so I've waited a long time, and now there's going to be this fantastical, insanely broad space opera where you can fly around space, be anyone, you make your own character, you make your own story, there's slavery, there's, genetic engineering, there's mining, there's asteroids that are going to kill you.
Talking animals.
So light fare for the narrative.
Yeah.
Very light fare.
Yeah, well, there's only so much misery you can have in your life. But this was fantastic, and I got to talk to Michel Ancel about the whole game. He just waxed lyrical. He's like so enthusiastic about it that maybe I'm just completely biased. Maybe he just won me over. And anyone that talks in a French accent, I'll believe them.
So my question is does what you saw look like it will be coming out anytime soon? How ambitious is what you saw?
Oh, it's crazily ambitious.
Yeah.
Like the kind of scale of No Man's Sky, but with actual humans behind it.
So it's authored.
Yeah.
All right, here's a question about it. It's so ambitious, it's enormous, it's far off. Is it a No Man's Sky, it came out, or is it a Star Citizen, may never come out?
That's a good question.
Wow.
It's a different one.
Star Citizen backer, by the way. Love the game.
It's Michel
but never
Ancel.
coming out.
That's what it is.
Me and Jess were talking about this earlier on stage. We think it's just a conspiracy theory. We think Michel Ancel has made enough money for Ubisoft through Rayman and Rabbids that he can just do whatever the heck he wants now with millions of dollars of Ubisoft money. Yeah. So I'm kind of hopeful for that.
Well, that's fair, because the Rayman Origins and Rayman Legends are amazing.
Yeah, they're really good games.
So good.
There's a reason they're popular, absolutely.
And when I talked to him, he said they just couldn't do the game they wanted to do when they first tried to make a sequel. Yeah. So now you have these powerful consoles, you have a connected globe. Now's the time for it. Anyway, that was my highlight.
That was your highlight.
Yes, you're up next.
I'm up next. So my highlight was not AAA. It was a small experience in a big booth. It was the IndieCade booth, actually. Okay. Yeah. So it's not really a small experience, but they're small games. I love seeing the indie presence at E3. Yeah. Like that's my thing. That's my jam. Those are the games I want to play. And IndieCade this year took a really interesting approach to their booth. They had the Resist Jam before E3, and a few games came out of that where they had developers create games with the theme of resistance, with oppressed communities or people or whatever, just stories that aren't told, really being showcased. So the whole jam has just games that really highlight sections of society that we don't see all the time. And that's what I love to see.
Edgar's having mic issues already.
I know, I see him.
He's trying to listen. He's trying to listen.
Well,
just close your jacket.
Oh.
It doesn't help that there's literally a live band that's been playing the entire time.
Playing the best music ever.
It's great stuff, I know.
Zelda, Metroid, Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger.
I changed my answers. The band is my favorite part.
That
band's pretty good.
Best of show. Best of
game
of show.
Best of show.
See, it's interesting that one of your favorite picks is about resistance, because one of my favorite picks is about oppression.
Oh, that's okay. That fits in pretty well, actually.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just go on.
Hashtag politics.
Oh, I didn't necessarily like it because of the resistance theme, but I thought it was a really cool twist on the IndieCade booth and what they bring to E3. Yeah.
How did it compare to last year's IndieCade booth?
There are 36 games this year, which is a lot, and I think it's more than last year. And they had, just like last year, installments where there's entire rooms they build out.
Oh, wow.
So you can play these physical games. They don't just do on-screen video games. They have physical interactive kind of experiences, and I love seeing the creativity there and tying it into the digital world that we all know and love. But yeah, but then there were games like Metronomicon, which you played, which is a fun neon dance game, alongside a game like Borders, that is a immigration story, and it's about the perils of crossing the border from Mexico. So it's a good mix. It's a good time. They have big VR screens this year, which is that's new and that's really cool. So it's nice to see the indie presence at E3 every year. Yeah. And
You're up, Tim. What was your highlight of the show?
Here.
My favorite games?
No highlight. I mean, it could be that I'm wearing shorts today. Whatever though.
I mean,
Seeing Matt Smith on stage in shorts.
it is like a highlighter though. You're
Yeah.
very pale.
It's a thigh highlight.
Highlight.
I think his highlight was the fried chicken.
My highlight of E3.
Fried chicken we had at Ross.
Fried
Food.
chicken.
Yeah. No, my thing. I have a couple of highlights. I played Agents of Mayhem today for about a half hour. It's the new game from Volition, the team behind Saints Row. I am confident in saying that it is the best game they have ever made so
Whoa.
far. Yeah.
Really? Yeah,
Really.
we haven't talked about this yet, but I saw you tweeted about it.
Yeah.
We haven't read this, so give us the pitch.
Yeah.
Okay,
let's
so
hear
imagine, Saints Row 4 toyed with the idea of superhero powers in an open world. It didn't quite hit the mark. I got bored of it really quickly.
Okay.
But now we have Crackdown 3, which is something that Microsoft showed off during the showcase. I got to play that for about 10 minutes. I didn't get to play much of it, and that feels intentional.
Right.
Crackdown.
Crackdown, yeah.
Crackdown's looking a little. We're not sure yet. We're not sure.
Shaky.
Yeah.
Agents of Mayhem, though, I got to play for 30 minutes, and it was like every 5 minutes I was finding something new about this game. There's so much depth, and there's so much meat. It is Crackdown.
Is it Crackdown on crack?
At one point during the demo, I stopped and I put down the controller and I told the producer on hand, I said, "You guys realize that you're eating Crackdown's lunch right now, right?" And
What'd he say?
and she said,
She.
"Really?" And I said, "Yeah, like this game is incredible. It is really good. And you know what makes it better than Crackdown? You can play it in 2 months versus waiting until November." Agents of Mayhem is Agents of Mayhem along with Wolfenstein 2 and Metronomicon. Those are my 3 favorite games of the show.
I know, because you wouldn't shut up about Wolfenstein until
Yeah,
you
you
played
went on and
Agents
on.
of Mayhem.
Legitimately.
Wolfenstein toys with the idea of masculine fragility and what a video game character's history plays. I'm sorry, I'm jungling. So BJ Blazkowicz, also booze. BJ Blazkowicz has been killing Nazis for 35 years, and now it's finally you're seeing the scars of that.
Which is so cool.
He
Yeah.
is a broken man. He starts off in a wheelchair. His legs are lame. He is pushing himself around a German U-boat in a wheelchair. Once you get a gun, you're pushing yourself around with one hand, and it feels like you're moving slower, and it does some really cool stuff. Apparently, BJ Schmeckel does not work anymore either. That's something that he is told at one point.
Oh,
Yeah.
his Schmeckel.
Oh,
His-
his Schmeckel.
his
Lil
Schmeckel.
Schmeckel.
His Schmeckel.
Yes, little BJ.
Yeah.
Little BJ.
Oh.
We have been 0 minutes since the last T-slip.
All right, Sean, you.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Well, his time is up.
Save us.
Save us. All right, so as interesting, I'm actually trapped between 2 things that are as a favorite of the show.
Edgar and
Edgar and Tim. Tim and wait, no, this one's.
the silent troublemaker, Egg.
So I was trapped between 2 things. One, as an opposing to the fact that some of the indie games have this theme of resistance, mine is more about oppression because Battlefront 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2 is there,
Aha.
and it takes place from the opposite end of what we're used to in the Star Wars universe. We've had 30 years of being told the Empire are the bad guys, and now we get to play a game from the perspective of someone who's indoctrinated in that world and grew up in that world.
I mean, anything to sell a game.
Well, yeah. Dang it, stop it. But anyway, this character wholeheartedly believes in the cause of this oppressive government she's always lived under. And you get to see her, like, you have to follow her story as she figures out if that is what she believes in this new world. And it's really interesting to me because we haven't had a Star Wars game in a while that really told a story that you can grasp onto.
Well, I wonder real fast, because you know a bit about Star Wars lore. Has
A
there
bit
been,
is an understatement.
I know. Has there been, in the movies, have we ever really seen the Empire side of things? Has
Never.
that ever been a story? So this is the first time, like,
Right.
in Star Wars lore at all.
Well,
right?
I don't know about the expanded universe
Oh,
because
true.
that's so
There's
huge.
books and
But
everything,
in the
yeah.
stuff that's part of the official storyline now, we haven't really seen the Empire side of it ever.
That's pretty
And so,
cool.
So it'd be interesting if the game positions the original trilogy as like just propaganda. So I want to see how they tell
right.
that story. You know,
Because
is
there's
the-
this whole thing that, like, you know, the winners of the war write the history
Right.
books. So
What did the loyal
Yeah.
citizens of the Empire call the Death Star? Was
Right.
it marketed to them as something else, something
cool.
a lot less threatening?
Halo.
No
Right.
moon. That's what it's called. No moon.
No moon. That's
Or not a moon, rather.
It's
Not
the
a
no
moon.
moon.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting. The
Moon
gameplay
cleaner.
is still really solid. Feels a lot of fun in the originals. I'm excited to see where that goes. But of course, I can't decide if that's my favorite thing or because I'm such a Nintendo fanboy, getting to play Mario Odyssey.
You don't need to box yourself in.
I
Feel free.
have room to love them all.
You can.
I
Your heart is
love
big
it all.
enough. Yeah.
Mario Odyssey was also incredible, but weird because Mario doesn't really fit in the worlds he's in. They all don't really look like he belongs.
He, like,
But-
rides a scooter.
You're
So weird.
He rides a scooter.
It
He's
sounds
in a
so
city.
weird.
But for people that love to make up timelines and try and figure out the Mario story, which there totally isn't one.
Oh, yeah.
But if there was,
Who is the father of the Koopa kids?
that will never be revealed. Oh my God! Nintendo will not answer that question anymore.
I mean, I'm just
It is
saying.
very suspect.
Bowser captures princesses. Now he has children. Gotta ask questions.
So the interesting thing about it, if you really want to make up stories, though, is Mario isn't visiting worlds; he's visiting kingdoms. He's from the Mushroom Kingdom, so it's sort of we're fleshing out the actual Earth or world that he lives on now. That's interesting to me.
And this has been The Game Theorist with Engadget.com.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And finally, I'm excited because with Mario Kart 8, Mario Odyssey, and now this weird Ubisoft tie-ins, this means Switch's first year has 3 Mario games. That's incredible.
That's a lot of Mario.
That's a lot of
I
Mario.
love Mario.
It's a him.
Well, what about Edgar?
This guy.
Well, you know I'm a sports bro, so I come here for FIFA and Pro Evolution
I'm going to talk about
Soccer
FIFA for half an hour.
and NBA Live and all these things. I don't know, to me the craziest thing about FIFA and Pro Evolution Soccer is as someone who's been playing them since I was like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years old, like how real they look now.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like sometimes I'll have friends come over and I'm playing a game of FIFA, they'll be like, what game are you watching? And it's like, oh, I'm playing a game.
I have literally had
It's
moments
crazy.
with some of these trailers where I didn't realize it was a game or a commercial for a game.
And it's just crazy how insane like the graphics have advanced that much to the point where you can hardly tell what's real and what's not. So it's awesome too. So, but I did also play Gran Turismo Sport. I don't really play racing games, but that was a cool
Tell me
game
more
I
about
played
that.
with,
Yeah, yeah.
Tell me more about Gran Turismo Sport.
Oh, yeah.
Who was
we
the worst
played
player on your
against,
team?
Other members of the media, and we ended up being last place. So we didn't do Engadget any favors.
Both last and second to last, right?
Trash.
Yeah, I was 7th place, and
Trash.
Tim was 8th place.
Trash.
So.
You didn't do any better.
So yeah, we didn't succeed there, but I kind of like that angle because
I know.
Yeah, like Edgar raced without any assists, or with all the assists turned on. I raced without any assists, and he still beat me, and he still was only in 7th place. Like, there was one point you were in like 4th or 5th, I think, during the rally race, right? Like,
Yeah.
you were creeping up, and then trash happened.
And then I peaked.
I peaked at 4th place. That is
I
my
peaked
life
at 4th
story.
place. That's the story of my life.
I peaked in 4th grade.
Yeah, 4th grade.
All right, so what do you guys think about the show overall?
That's what I was going to come back to. So this E3 is different in that this is the first one open to anyone and everyone that is willing to buy a ticket. How did that affect your E3 experience or doing your Engadget job here?
It made it harder to get around, especially on Tuesday. I think what the problem might be is it feels like the aisleways are still the same size as they were last year without the governing
are.
body of E3 taking into account that there was going to be 15,000 additional people here. So you have people that are just standing in the aisleways not taking up space. Well, yes, they were taking up space, but they were just not self-aware of how much space they were taking up and how many bottlenecks they were causing.
Sure.
At the Sony booth on Tuesday afternoon, I saw people laying on the ground, like kicking back.
I was
watching the
tired.
giant, kicking back and
It's a
watching
long
the giant.
day.
Kicking back. A long day of waiting in line to play. A long day of waiting 4 hours in line to play a 30-minute demo. But
Sometimes of a game that's already out.
yeah,
That's happening a lot.
But that's always happened though. I remember my first E3 was 2009, watching people lined up around the Nintendo booth for reasons
Yeah.
unbeknownst to me. So
And it wasn't even open to public then.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just strange to see that. I was talking with our Sony PR person, and they said they overheard a security guard saying to another one saying, we need to start telling them not to bring in lawn chairs. And I think that's a problem because I don't think the governing body of E3 informed the public members enough of what to expect.
That said, that's a great idea.
I was gonna say, that's
Like
not
to bring
bad,
a chair,
right?
lawn chair, and
There's
have a
no
nap.
chair.
Right, because if you think about it, PAX has designated sitting and relaxing areas. E3 doesn't, but PAX is a fan show. E3 is a trade show still. I would love to talk to some of the members that have or some of the people that have the green badges and ask them what their experience has been like here. If it was worth their $250, did they feel like they got a value out of it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people are just so excited to be here and experience it. I think there is a totally experience in here, but then at the end of however many days you came, even if it was just one day, how many games did you play? What did you enjoy? Did you get, like you said, did you get your money's worth from this ticket?
Yeah.
And that's the thing with PAX. A lot of the game demos that are at PAX are demos that are brought from E3. There are a couple of new things here and there, but by and large, it's recycled stuff.
Well, I mean, I guess the question is, do you measure a good E3 by how many games you play, or just, I mean, a lot of people just want to be here, and I get that, and it's exciting to be here. You know, as jaded as we are, we've been doing this for a while.
How many E3s have you been to?
I think this is 5?
That's a good point.
4 or
Sean,
5,
what about
yeah.
you? I'm at least 5 or 6.
Yeah.
This is your second E3?
Third.
Third?
But I mean, Jess makes a great point. We fulfilled our
Gentleman
our
never
childhood
tells. But
Jess
3.
makes a good point. We fulfilled that wish fulfillment of wanting to go to E3 when we joined the industry. They'd never gotten to do this before, so it's kind of hard to begrudge them when they're in your way, because like this is such a big moment for a lot of people.
I think also the thing it does is that there's these games that we might never play because they're not new, or at least not notable enough for us.
Yeah.
But those games have their own very devout fan base.
Yeah.
Like the example I use is like Final Fantasy XIV that, you know, I've never played and I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. But there are people that will queue to play the newest DLC that's coming out, the new expansion.
Right.
There are people for every booth here has their huge fans. We literally just heard people chant Hyperkin.
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 Hyperkin, yeah,
We
right,
don't
right.
need to do it again,
Because-
but
They sell like cables.
Well, that cables and
cases.
accessories and controllers. But
How much are they paying you?
Nothing.
enough.
I just know what they sell. It's not cables.
but it's like a kiosk in the mall you would walk right by.
Yeah.
Right,
But
that's
at
true.
E3,
It's-
they can get you to chant their name. Like, yeah, okay, whatever.
I think they had a good one.
Yeah.
So, but
That's
it's
fine.
interesting because I never thought about logistics at E3 before, and I spent a lot of the show thinking about what they could do to make this work, because it's probably going to stay open. And I wound up thinking,
Oh, it's making them so much money.
Oh, I'm
Well,
sure.
well, that's why we have booze here, because there's a bar located not far
I
from
thought,
our
what,
booth.
to just like numb our feelings? 'Cause it's
Yeah,
been so
yeah,
stressful.
but there's a bar, like there was never really a bar here before selling alcohol on the
Well,
floor.
not in recent years.
No.
Yeah.
Our editor-in-chief, Chris Trout, just screamed out in disbelief.
How do you even get through a show without a bar on the floor? We'll never
Now I'm questioning that. Do I need booze at every
We've
show?
been doing E3
Yes.
wrong all this time.
Can James
Oh, well.
buy us
That's a
another
hard
drink?
That's a hard yes. Anyway, the story I've been telling everyone about the crowds is
A Jack and Ginger?
I would like it if E3 would. Oh, is he talking?
2 or 3.
I would like it if E3 would look at shows like Tokyo Game Show or even PAX
Or Gamescom.
or Gamescom as how to make both a trade show and a consumer fan show work at the same time. TGS has a press day, and the press go onto the press day, they do their work, and then they leave, and so there's extra room for fans when it's the fan day.
Well,
PAX has its own press hours. How's Gamescom?
Gamescom has public days, like,
Right.
and that's the biggest. We think of E3 as the biggest show of
It's
the
not.
year.
It's
and,
not.
Well, in terms
think
of
of it. It's
news,
got the
news
idea.
cycles
Okay, yeah.
and release media schedules, whatever. But yeah, Gamescom is literally the biggest because it is open to the public and has been for years.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but they have press days, they have public days, and it works fine.
But-
so
I also think it's great that I still think it's great that it's open to the public, but I think it
Yeah.
fights at the other aims
It does.
of everyone attending the show.
But
It
this
does.
is the other thing, though, is E3 is already officially 2.5 days long. It started on Saturday
Right.
with EA doing stuff, but Thursday at E3 is always, everybody is usually dead tired and just worn out from the week.
Yeah.
Expecting to do a weekend show, like open for the public, I don't think anybody wants to be here any longer, especially not on.
Right.
You mean on stage right now?
Yeah,
I mean, I can
well,
wrap
like
it
being
up.
on stage right now, but,
I like to be here.
but also like the people that are doing the demos and the developers and the PR people and everybody that are here. It's like this is a really, yes, first world problem. We're here playing video games that nobody else has played before, but it is a grueling show to do because there is appointment after appointment after appointment after appointment.
Because everything is here.
And then there's, you want to try and be social at night. You also have to find time to work.
Now it's
I don't
just
want
Tim
to.
problems. Now we're
Yeah.
just walking into Tim problems.
I don't want to
Yes.
be social at night. Yeah.
Yeah.
And too much to drink, my
Yeah.
friend.
Well, you know,
Antisocial social club.
well, I actually talked with a few indie developers at the IndieCade booth about how they felt about the show being public. So I have different answers from people at the booth and then indies that are just trying to do the trade show
Like
thing.
normal,
Yeah.
like normal E3.
It's a different experience because, of course, the people at the IndieCade booth, they have a booth. They're getting extra traffic. They're getting actual fans coming to their booth. That's incredible.
And it's not established game
Right.
journalists like, oh, what's new about this indie
Exactly.
game?
And that's literally a quote, like one of them, seriously, they
Yeah.
said that. It's like, yeah, you're a little jaded. The fans are here for the game. And this
They
is
want to play
exciting.
everything. Also, it's something without
Yeah.
a queue most of the time. So they can just go
Exactly.
and play something new,
Yeah.
get excited, have fun.
So
Maybe
for-
even buy it. It's going to be a cheap game.
I wonder
Exactly,
I guess
yeah.
my question is like, for somebody that paid $250 to get in, how many games do you feel you need to see that you got a good value? Or how much swag
It's
do you
not
need
based
to
on
take
that.
on?
There's
It's
other
not based
bits.
on
It's,
that.
it's the being there.
It's-
There's also seeing.
I
there's
saw
like,
the T-shirt. Is like, yeah, I was there at E3 2017.
Yeah, that's
Says
a shirt
that?
they're actually
Yeah.
selling. It's
Yeah, I
super
might buy that.
taggy.
That's not as bad as the Make AMD Great Again baseball raglans I saw walking around here. But yes,
I had
anyways.
one that said video game sex idol.
I saw that one.
He was not.
That's what makes it funny.
Period. He was.
He was not yet. He was not.
He's watching the stream right now.
I don't know. I don't think
Hey, there
Tim's
he is.
question about price is invalid. I mean, it's like how many rides you have to go on in Disneyland for it to be worth going in a day. So I feel like it's experience. It's not necessarily games you have to play, but like man, that experience could be just hanging out in the Nintendo booth and taking in the incredible photo opportunities they
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
I mean, Engadget kind of missed the trick in that we should have just like got one of these guys and given them a camera and said, "Tell us your story of your E3, like your like with like non-press access. You went to a show with your friends,
Like a GoPro.
How was it, type thing, and
Yeah.
just hear what they got to see, how long they queued, what did they go, where did they stay, what did they
Right.
do with their day, and then like, is it worth it? Because I feel like we could do a service to gaming fans at Engadget and just kind of suggesting whether it is worth your money or not.
Sounds like a story we might do the week after, even. Maybe. It's possible. It's
So
possible.
we had to find someone who's done that. It's interesting because I'd like to. So E3 has always had tourists to some extent. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I work.
You mean like the 12-year-old I saw playing God of War 3 in front of me in 2009, which I had no idea how that even happened?
Yeah,
not
like
allowed.
that.
Yeah.
That happened in some of my
So-
briefings this
people,
week.
non-press,
Yeah,
non-industry, always find a way in somehow, and sometimes that's through having a website and they're not actually doing any work at the show. Though most small fan sites work very hard when they're here.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you just know someone who works in the industry and they let you in. So it's always been a thing.
Or you know somebody that works at Coca-Cola. I've seen that badge too.
Yeah,
Sure,
that
yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
And I mean,
it's
talking
not
about
new,
talking
it's
about
just
finding a way
official
in,
now.
we've almost run out of time, so
Oh.
we're gonna have to find a way in for E3 2018.
Oh, God.
And
Oh, wow.
probably every single
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
This is dangerous.
No, it's for Matt.
That was it?
Nice
yeah,
try.
it's Matt's trick.
All
We
right.
can share.
I don't say that aloud.
never coming again. Anyway, so we'll be back. Well, some of us will be back, not you, Tim, next year. Steal my
Wow.
drink. Steal my drink.
Wow. Oh, this is.
Yes, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tim will also be back next year. But thank you very much for watching everything we've had on stage here at E3 2017. This is Engadget's debut stage show. Thank you for watching. Don't stare at my legs anymore. And we'll be back next year. Yep, stop it, just stop it. The cameras are still rolling. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Enjoy everything we've written about the show on Engadget.com. I've been Matt Smith, UK Bureau Chief. Yeah, cheers. See you soon.
Bye.
Oh,
It's
yeah!